Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Edgerton 30K Media. I picked up a 2004 Acura RSX Type S, and have those of you guys have been following my channel for a couple of years now. One of my most viewed videos is actually the Acura RSX Type S. What to look out for when you're buying one. But many years went by. I sold my RSX, and I was looking around on Craigslist one day, and I found this really good condition one. One owner, just 114,000 miles. It's bone stock. I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna do with it. I also am thinking about maybe selling it back. It just needs a couple of things here and there that will make it better, just like regular maintenance. And I already bought a lot of the stuff, as you guys can see right over here. So we'll go ahead and go over that in a little bit, and then just go over a couple of things that needs to be done. But yeah, this is basically part two of Edgerton's 30K journey, where we're gonna just take a look at the first generation RSX and determine, some of the things that went wrong with it, and maybe compare it to the second generation RSX that I had a few years ago, and see if there's any big differences, things that need to be addressed. These are really great cars, actually. So yeah, we'll take a look around the car, and then just give you guys a sneak peek of what you guys really need to look for when you're buying a 2004 model. I don't think it really matters between the 2002 to 2006. I'm sorry, 2005. I think that was the last year they made the RSX, but nevertheless, I think they're really great cars and really reliable. There's really nothing really wrong with them. And I love the K-Series engine. I think they're one of Honda's best mass-produced engines of all time. And yeah, we'll take a look around and start with the engine, go down to the wheel well, go down to the suspension. I don't think I can get the camera underneath the car, but we'll take a look at the trunk, take a look at some of the things that broke, the clips, the paint, and just, yeah, go over everything. And hopefully at the end of the day, you guys will have a better idea of owning an RSX and what to do when you're buying one. This is my second one, so yeah, we'll take a look, and hopefully maybe one of you guys will be lucky enough to buy it. If not, then maybe I'll just probably end up keeping it. But right now I'm at a 50-50, because I bought this car initially just to fix everything up and then sell it back, because I got it for a really good deal. And I think the guy that sold the car, to be honest, didn't really know what he was doing, but he knew what he was doing when he was taking care of the car. So it was kind of like a win-win for me, hopefully. So yeah, let's take a look at the car. All right, so we'll just do a quick walk around of the car, give you guys a side shot of it. It's really literally bone stock, right down to even the spoiler and the taillights, the wheels. These are actually 16-inch wheels. They're really cool. Suspension sits a little bit high, but these do have new struts and shocks installed about, I think, 2 years ago. So yeah, we'll take a look around. We'll walk around the side. I love the shape of the RSX. Like, it's so timeless, and it just looks so clean. Here's the front of the car. You guys can see here, the headlights are actually a little bit oxidated, so we're gonna have to buff this out. So we'll take a look at that. Rock chips at the front bumper. This is something that's given. Fog lights. These are inserts for the fog lights. As you guys know, I think the first generation RSX looks better without fog lights. It's weird, but the second generation looks better with it. So I don't know if it's the way the front bumper is or whatnot, but whoa, look at this crazy bug right here. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna take a look around. Windshield is original. Here's the VIN right there. This is the other side of the RSX, so we'll take a look around as well. And on my last model RSX, this molding right here does go bad, so I do have parts to replace this, so we're gonna do that today. And we'll take a look at the back. Nothing really major. The paint is still good, just needs a wax and a buff. You guys see it still shines. Gas cap is also bad on this car, so we'll take a look at that as well. I bought a new one already. OEM spoiler. Tail lights don't have any cracks, all original. Even the exhaust is original. A couple of dings here and there. This is the glass window, still pretty good. The windshield wiper blades need to be replaced. Those are like, they don't even wipe water anymore. Yeah, that's the RSX's exterior. We'll go ahead and pop the hood and take a look at the hood too. Alright guys, so here's the engine bay. As you guys first notice when I pop the hood, it is extremely dirty. So we're gonna definitely need to do a steam clean. I'll do that today. We'll just spray it all down, cover up the alternator, and then just get it out of the way. Make sure everything is nice and clean. Battery was replaced. Windshield wiper fluid was low. I didn't see any seeping or any leakage between the valve cover gasket, but that definitely needs to be addressed, like the valve adjustment and the grommets right here, and then the gasket right there. This is also gonna be replaced. Serpentine belt, power steering fluid we're gonna replace that out. Engine filter right here, we're gonna replace that out. It did have new spark plugs. I did the transmission fluid and the oil already. But we'll take a look at all the vacuum lines. We'll definitely vacuum out all these leaves. But yeah, here's engine drains, fairly clean, you know, never been modified. Original alternator. Intake manifold gasket. This needs to be replaced if you're gonna replace your starter, and the starter sits right back over here. I'm definitely gonna do that because the starter is making that grind noise, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that. All this oil right here, because I did the oil change and it kind of leaked a little bit. I spilled some out from the bottle, but we'll clean all that up. Here's the interior of the RSX, fairly clean. The seats are 16 years old, and you know, a little bit of wear and tear right here, but nothing too bad. This is a tan interior. I wish it was black, but tan is okay. Maybe going in the future, if I do decide to keep the car, I'm gonna probably switch it out to black. As you can see, here's the back. Not many people have sat in there. This is the driver's side seat. It's fairly clean. You can see right here. Not many people have sat in this car. This is the interior. OEM down to the radio. Even the alarm is still the stock factory alarm. Dash is fairly clean. No cracks or anything like that. Even the mirror is OEM. Let's see, the clutch. These clutch pedals right here, they're kind of worn. So I did order some new brake covers and the clutch cover. So they're like off of K-Series parts for I think like $14. And yeah, we'll replace that out. These floor mats, they're kind of dirty. I'm gonna just wash them and vacuum and maybe get replacements. Yeah, it's fairly good. Everything works in the car. Moonroof, cruise control, left, right. Yeah, this is the car right here. All the VINs are intact, never been in an accident. Pretty crazy. Even all the stickers are still here. Give you guys, even the original key, it looks so new. Like, just look at it. It's crazy. So we're gonna start up the car real quick and just, you know, let it idle for like a few seconds. And yeah, original, let's see, 114,000 miles. I got it with like 113 something, but I drove it about 6 hours back to my house. Yeah, I love the gauge cluster, how it sits on the RSX. Let's start it up real quick. Idle's really smooth. It didn't make that starter grind earlier, but it does it on cold starts. But I had an RSX before, so I know that it's part of the starter starting to go out, and that's the gears grinding on the teeth that are grinding on the transmission. So it's totally normal. Replace the part. It's a good way to get into the intake manifold gas and replace the gasket, and you know, like just get the car up and running again. Also does have a cassette adapter, so you can actually plug it into your iPhone and it charges and you can hear it throughout the system. Pretty cool. Original shifter too, 6-speed. Even all the lights work, like everything. Moonroof works. AC works. Heater works. Fan works. Yeah. So good. RSX are such great cars. Let's take a look at the outside. So I did get this car inspected over at my buddy's shop, Works. If you guys don't know, he's a really good, cool guy. Great shop over there in, I think it was down by the east side, close to like Monterey Park. But the compliance bushings were cracked. That's something that's like, will go out the first, I think, 15, 16 years of the car. It's normal, just get OEM ones, swap that out. Other than that, the car is totally fine. No leaks or anything. Definitely needs a steam clean and a valve adjustment. And other than that, just basic maintenance, and the brake lights were out, I think. Some of the fluids were low, but we'll swap that out today. Let me go over some of the parts that I bought, and some of the parts that you guys might look forward to when you buy an RSX with like high mileage. High mileage to me is like 100,000 miles or more. Since these are such good cars, you still got to maintain them well. So we'll take a look at some parts that I bought and some of the things that I'm going to plan on doing today, and hopefully give you guys some insight on what you need to look for when you're buying an RSX yourselves. Alright guys, so I've also mentioned this many times before, but when you buy a car that's about 10 years or more or older, you're going to have to put some time in and some love and just do the little things that are broken. Because I think a lot of people, when they don't take care of their cars when it gets to like high mileage, they just think that, oh, it drives well, and then that way they can just keep driving it, but it's going to eventually break down and have more problems, right? So not with this car, but with any car that I've owned, I always start with power steering fluid. So we're going to swap this out. I don't think many people do this, so we're going to just get original Honda OEM power steering fluid and just get it out. It's easy, just get a pump or get like a suction a device and just suck it out, pour the new fluid, turn the wheel. Power steering fluid for the RSX. This is a spark plug cover. We're gonna probably swap this out as well with the black one. I think the other one was cracked, so we'll just very OEM part. Headlights were oxidated. They're oxidized, so I got this 3M headlight restoration system. We're gonna buff out the headlights and then just seal it. That way it brings back the shine. I did think about getting new headlights, but that's probably going into the future. If I decided to sell the car, which I might do, it's an alternative to save money. This is like $12 versus paying like 100, 150 for like new headlamps. So we're gonna just use this to buff out the headlights. Clutch fluid, I mentioned was low earlier, so we're gonna just pump in new clutch fluid. We're gonna bleed it out and replace it with the stainless steel clutch lines. Better feel for the car. And those rubber hoses are probably like 16 years old, so we're gonna probably get that out of the way. Serpentine belt was never been replaced, so just for safety measures, we're gonna replace this serpentine belt in the car. You should get a tensioner tool, just pull get the tension off the belt, pull the belt out. Do a quick Google search for Acura RSX K Series engine diagram, and it'll just tell you how to loop the serpentine belt back in. Vandal belt, OEM supplier for over 60 years. I've used this on a lot of my cars and never had any issues with it. Gas cap. So as I was doing the inspection at my friend's shop, he noticed that the gas cap was cracked because you could smell a little bit of the gas. So I got an OEM one. Yeah, they're not that expensive, so better to get OEM than get aftermarket. This is a cabin filter. You're gonna want to replace this for sure because all the air is going into your cabin and you're breathing it. So swap it out. I'm sure mine's really dirty, so you're gonna have to do this for your RSX too if you're gonna start with all the little maintenance. I recommend doing all the little maintenance first, fixing all the problems first before you start modifying it. I don't even know if I'm going to modify this. Maybe if I sell it, I'm going to sell it bone stock. This is the engine filter. Went with an OE replacement. Just swap it out. Fairly easy. Keeps your engine running smooth. A dirty filter can cause poor gas mileage, and you don't want that. As I mentioned earlier, this is the window molding on the side that went bad. I got the front and left. These are actually pretty expensive. So they're I think like $60 or $65, $70 for one side. But who wants to drive around with bad window moldings, right? I mean, I'm like OCD. If I'm gonna sell the car and give it to the next potential buyer, I'm gonna make sure every little thing is covered. And this is a big part of the car. Just appearance-wise, You can get these off of K Series parts. One for the left, one for the right. The clutch is actually slipping on this car. believe it or not, I think the throwout bearing is also going bad, so it makes a little high squealing noise once in a while on cold starts or when you're driving the car like overnight. So got an XZD stage 1 clutch. I don't want to go too hardcore because I don't think I'm gonna drive this car super hard at all or anything like that. So I got XZD stage 1 clutch, which will be put on eventually sometime in the future. I did also get the Honda OEM throwout bearing. That's really important because if you get aftermarket ones, some of them aren't that good, and even when you install the clutch, it's still gonna squeal when you kind of like engage the clutch to drive your car. So I recommend getting an OEM throwout bearing. ACT also makes a really good one, but anything other than that, I wouldn't go with. So go with OEM. These are LED bulbs for the car. My headlights are really dim, so I think the bulbs are like 16 years old, so we're gonna swap these out. You also need an adapter, H1 adapter for the headlights. Because you didn't know, the RSX for the 2004, 2003, 2002 model, they used H1 size, so you're gonna need an adapter to fit the LED lamps. And last but not least, valve cover gasket, spark plug tube seals right here, and the grommets. So I mentioned this in my first video ever that I put out on my channel a long time ago. Do the valve adjustment and replace the gaskets in this car. Other than that, there you go. Oh, I forgot to mention AMS oil fluid. AMS oil, best oil ever. It's been proven through the data. I replaced engine oil, the transmission fluid already in this car, and it has new NGK iridium spark plugs. So the car runs fine. But yeah, once all this is done, then the car should be good. And well, hopefully that video helps you guys. 2004 Acura RSX Type S model in desert silver and tan interior. So let me know if you guys have any questions, alright? These are all the stuff I'm going to be doing to the car, just get up and running smooth. Oh, I do have new tires coming in as well, and we'll get that balanced. Don't know if I want to install a TPMS system in the car, but we'll see. Right now my plan is actually to sell this car. I got it for a really good deal, so after all this is done, I'm definitely going to list it for what it's worth. I think a lot higher than what I bought it for, but not anything too crazy. But I think you guys all know me, you guys have followed my channel for a while, and you guys know that I take care of my cars, and you guys that are going to buy a car from me, you guys are going to get something that's really well taken care of and with a lot of time and effort and love into the car. So you guys definitely won't regret it. Yeah, I mean, we'll take it for a test drive. Probably after this is all done, and we'll do another quick in-cabin, get you guys a feel for the car, a bone stock RSX Type S. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this video helps. See you.